Alright guys, it's time to talk about Elite Dangerous. It's been a while, but we have some news here. Here we go, here they are. This is Frontier Unlocked, and by the time I'm making this video, Trailblazer should have been released. I'm actually downloading it here. I need to go back to my home SAR systems of Libes in the Empire, and I need to sell all that data because I went to Sagittarius A for the first time, and I cannot wait to be done with that and start colonizing. So here we go. Let's check it out right now. Let's see what this is about.
Zach, welcome back to the show. Zach, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I think that's the nicest intro you've ever given me. So.
Well, now I'm going to have to keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
But welcome back to the show, and thank you for coming on today because I know how busy it is.
Why is the glass on the floor?
Trailblazers has literally launched 2.5 hours ago, 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it launched in the middle of the night for me. I couldn't even try it.
It's not even a concept anymore.
No, but yes, it's been a really busy day, but I think so far a super awesome day.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about
Trailblazers
a lot. We promised our elite players that we come back and talk about what they can expect for elite in 2025. So I guess should we start there really and start talking about it from that way and however we want to go about it?
Yeah,
please do.
So I think if producer Adam can just pop on the screen our little.
We've got a thing.
We've got a thing. Yeah, very high production.
Spared note.
Oh, come on. That's like the shittiest roadmap ever.
Yeah, we spent
very Frontier. Come
on. You guys
on.
today, chat. So yeah, we've got some
so
things to
ridiculous.
Talk about.
Yep.
Should we kick off?
We'll roll through this because we've got a lot to talk about. So let's go. Let's talk about phase one, which we're in, right? And that's obviously going to be.
Ooh, fancy design. There you go. Trailblazer with colonization.
No,
nice.
Like
no,
you
it's been
said,
spared. No.
We got fancy graphics. We got everything. So yeah, Trailblazers. Obviously that's phase one of 2025. It's out today. We've begun phase one of the year. For those of you who are maybe new to Elite Dangerous, Trailblazers includes the beta for system colonization.
Which, by the way, the beta is going to persist. So everything we do in the beta for colonization is not going to disappear. You colonize a system right now, it will stay colonized. It's beta because they may be changing some of the requirements of the pricing, things like that. Maybe the distance. Originally they were talking about 10 light years, which is ridiculous. It should be 50 light years, something like that. But at least it's a start. Hopefully we can influence them to make those changes.
What that allows you to do is really stake your claim in the universe, right? And
but that's a very positive development for it. I'm so excited about this.
Do that if you want to create a sort of new economy. You can do that if you want to create a place for exploration. You can do that. It's a really sort of we're giving the keys.
Yeah, to the game. I think Piers has said it, and it's something we're all really keen on. It's allowing players to shape the galaxy and now leave a permanent mark on the galaxy, right, by staking claims on area and then like just seeing where it goes. Like this is literally player agency now in a one-to-one scale in the Milky Way galaxy. So very, very exciting to see what they happen with, and we're hours into it, right? Hours. And you mentioned.
Well, the thing that they've never mentioned is what's in it for us, the players. Do we make money out of that in the game? Like, is there some kind of tax that goes in our pockets for being a system engineer? They never talked about this. And it should be happening. Otherwise, what's the point? Instead of just saying, oh, I've made this. There you go. There's my name right there. And that's basically, it's just vanity at this point. There's got to be some kind of financial incentive.
It's a beta, right? Oh, you say beta, I say beta.
Beta.
One of us is right, chat.
Yeah.
But it is important to note that is like one thing that is really important. Your progress will not be wiped. So whatever you're doing in Elite Dangerous right now is going to be kept. We are looking at how the systems are performing, if they're performing as intended.
Yep.
And we're also looking at numbers, right? So we're looking at how the numbers, what it takes to how far we'll be jumping, which we've discussed. Actually, has changed since we first announced, right, Zach?
Yep. So I think when we initially talked about it, we had it at 10 light years.
Which ridiculous. So they changed it. Good. How? How much?
For today's launch, that has been moved up to around 15 light years.
15? Well, did you say 50 or 15?
Monitoring it, as Piers said, we don't want to start too high and then have to rein things back.
Yeah.
So we're kind of going the other way around.
Yeah.
So
that's in there. Anything else that people may not know about? I mean, if they want to, we've got a website and stuff like that we can go to.
Yeah, sure. So I think if producer Adam has got the link, I think it's !Trailblazers in the chat. That'll send you to our update page so you can have a look at everything that's included. But because this is the first show, of the year, the devs have been, working on Trailblazers still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
of course
stuff to
they
talk
are.
about that we have not been able to talk about
Yep.
before. So I think starting with the new refinery contact.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, this is a new contact available. So if you're a mining player, you can now take your mined materials and then refine them into refined materials.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So gallite becomes gallium, indite, That's cool. All right. All right. So you refine them, and they become, more expensive. All right. Oh, rutile becomes titanium. That's interesting. That's really cool. Bauxite becomes aluminum, obviously. Bertrand dry barium. Cool.
That's going to be beneficial for colonization, but also just making money. It gives a nice sort of extra.
Yeah, because in colonization, maybe some players are going to be mining in the systems that they colonize. Man, I need to start mining as well because that's going to be really useful. And then they need some of those materials for whatever the building or new projects they have. It's right there on the spot.
Extra flow for those mining players.
Yeah, I can see now, and we discussed we were talking about this. In my mind, it's like this smoke-filled refinery is just churning out minerals as the bubble starts to slowly creep. and
Yeah, but
expand
no,
away
it's
from
elite.
itself.
It's
I
just
think
a
that's going to
screen.
be a really cool thing to have a look at.
Yeah.
Anything else that might be slightly different since we first talked about it way back when?
Yeah, so there is now also a passive income and a bit of a discount that you're going to get as well.
Yeah.
So almost like a bit of a tax that you're going to get as the system architect.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! I knew it. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, that's what I wanted to hear.
And I believe at some point you'll get a discount in your system for ships and things like that.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm more excited about the tax that you're going to get.
Even more.
Sorry, even more. Is it stationary naming is a big thing, right?
Yep, stationary naming's in there. So you can sort of use the existing Elite Dangerous naming generator to sort of re-roll and find a name you like, or you can use Arcs to sort of pick a fully custom name.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Breton names. All my systems will have Breton names.
And if you do that, you can change that name as often as you like.
So if I build a station and I want to call it Arthur 1, and then I actually think, I want to rename it, and I spent Arcs to call it Arthur 1, I want to rename it to Arth 1, it's not costing me any more money, I just rename it. Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right, no worries.
Yep. We've also got new asteroid station types.
Yes, this is, do you know what? When we first saw these, I was like, I want this immediately. Put it
Wait, we can build
into my
those?
inventory. I want them.
Yeah, so if they basically
Ice asteroids?
There are two new types. There is, I believe, the metal and the ice type. So if they're in the right asteroid belts, they're now going to match the asteroid stations are going to match the belt type that you're in.
So if you're in a mineral asteroid and you see a
man.
mineral station, ice one, you're going to get an ice one. And the ice one gives me very strong Hoth vibes.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was
Someone's
thinking.
asked actually in
This
chat,
is
sort of
so
fly
cool.
past, how much is it to name a station? I think we're looking
I
at
think it's 5,000 arcs.
5,000 arcs. So it's not a huge sum of money, or arcs, whichever you want to say it, but arcs is money, I guess. So it's there. So it's 5,000 to rename your station.
Yep.
So anything else?
Ha 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 ha. Oh my gosh, no. So they are going to monetize. I mean, you can always get that arcs by playing the game, right? But still, they're going to monetize station naming. Oh my gosh.
Happening today?
Yeah, the Mandalay is now available for credits for Odyssey owners, and we're also releasing the Mandalay Ace ship kit, which I believe.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay,
this
so
is-
you can buy
we
the
talked about
Mandalay
this
in-game.
earlier. I literally showed the age range because I looked at this and said it reminds me of the last Starfighter film minus the sort of outside ring part, and you said it reminded you of.
Yeah, but it's not really a
Fighter Jet and
Starfighter.
Gundam.
So we are very different people of different eras, but yeah, it looks cool. It looks very, very cool.
I wish I had this ship for exploring
so
instead
that's
of
all
my.
the stuff that's coming in for
like an
Trailblazers.
other- I even forgot
Land
what I
today.
think it's another
Like
I
I say,
have.
also, but I have seen people talking about CMM, and also and we'll touch this later on. It is live, and we are looking at numbers. Zach.
Yeah, so CMM composites are being now restocked at a much, much faster rate. So if you're struggling with CMM, that should now be sort of fixing itself.
But this is the idea behind why we call it a beta, right? Because we're putting us all in here and we're seeing how players are going to interact with stuff at scale. And that's the thing that we can't do at Frontier Towers. We can't.
Yeah, 'cause they don't have the thousands of players that the
we have to
player
see
base
it in
is,
the
right?
wild. So we're going to have a look at it and we're going to adjust as necessary. But yeah, that's just one example of what the devs are doing. They're constantly looking at the numbers and how players are interacting with that sort of stuff.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, one last thing on Trailblazers. That's something that we're working on in the future. It's not available right now. Can't put a time scale on it yet, but it is station cosmetic. So I believe Producer Adam's got a couple of images.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah, these look really, really nice. And we know that obviously people want to customize anything, everything about Elite Dangerous they want to be able to do. So
wow, I hope that not just player stations are going to be customized like that, but NPC stations. That would be great, right? So that can really reflect the place where you are, the factions that are there. I like that.
if you've gone through the effort to creating or colonizing the system, you're going to want to make it. A bit
Well, I hope they have teal for the Red Club stations.
To you. These are just two examples. I think the team have done a great job with just these two. I mean, if you did want to call it that red and gold station, it's Stark Station, you could. I think Disney might have an issue with it, but I think you can see where we're going with this. We understand that, it's a very personal experience, Elite Dangerous, and you're going to want to personalise stuff. So this is all stuff we're looking at. Like I said, Zach said, it's not right now, but it's stuff that we'll look to
Okay, so it's coming in the future. Nice.
So there we go. So that is, I guess, that kind of wraps up phase one.
Yeah.
So we go back to the roadmap and have a look, and we'll run through the rest of the roadmap, and then we'll see where we're at.
So that's what we get here in February. All right.
Shall we? All right. So phase two, it's on the screen.
Yep, that is.
I've said we're a week away almost from then. I'm not sure the exact date on this, but April's only around the corner, right?
Yeah, I mean,
April's around the corner.
To head into March, and then
well, there's
April's
March,
corner,
right?
And that's going to be the first new ship of the year.
Yeah. So there we go. Our first new ship of the year.
It's good. I love that they have new ships now. Every quarter they have a new ship. That's great. Bring more diversity. That's really something that Elite Dangerous is lacking. Let's have a look at this first ship of 2025.
And what we're getting in phase 3. So we get another ship and a feature.
Yes.
Feature. They're not telling us what it is.
Last year we had Power Play 2.0, and then Trailblazers, moved into this year. But yeah, we're not stopping it with just new ships. There is more to come.
Yeah, more to
in summer with another new feature.
Another new feature, and
they're not telling us what it is. But hey, they did not tell us also whether the feature was colonization. It was quite mind blowing. Who knows? Maybe that's gonna be ship interiors. Maybe it's gonna be new types of planets, which would be great. Finally.
Just seeing with Trailblazers, the team are cooking. They are working on stuff that's really important, not only just for Elite Dangerous, but important for our players. So it's really keen that we go through this sort of stuff. So, but that's not it. This phase 4. What happens in phase 4, Zach? Another ship. Another ship comes in phase 4.
Yep. As you can tell, we're kind of doing these in seasons now.
We're doing them in seasons. So this is autumn.
Yep.
Yep. So in autumn, and then finally we've ran a year in winter. Phase 5. What have we got there? Another new ship, I'm guessing. Another ship. But
and
another
feature
new
too.
feature will be coming to Elite Dangerous. So Zach, I mean, this is very much similar to what we did last year.
Yep.
2 new features, 4 ships. I want to say this, and I'll say this as candidly as possible. This is what the team are committing to. The team is still cooking. There's still stuff we're working on.
That's good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to see that they are working on Elite Dangerous and making the game a better experience. Anyway, next we're going to talk about the next ship that will come up there for phase 2. So stay tuned to the channel, guys. It's going to come in the next video. I've been here, right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.